Hello everyone, this is the Paper Princess, and now we are on the middle of the book. So I am going to do pages 4 and 5 together in this video. Page 4 is so easy, so I'm just going to put the two of them together. So let's start with page 4. Page 4, you just need to cut 4 pieces. A is 7 1/4 by 6 1/4. B is 7 1/8 by 6 1/4. So 7 1/8 is just 2 lines more than 7. C is 7 1/4 by 3 3/4, and D is 5 3/4 by 6. All right, so I have mine. I put a pencil mark on each one, A, B, C, and D, and let's get these scored. We'll start with A. Okay, so A, we're going to have the long side facing the top and give that a 1/2 inch score line. The flat side is face up. B, long side facing the top. Again, with the flat side. All these are the flat side. I don't have any with the linen side in this album. C is a pocket, so we're going to start with the longest side at the top. And D is an insert that's going to go in this pocket, so that does not get a score line. I'm going to just set that aside. All right, so let's tape them. And let's go with C. Okay, and A and B I already had done. So just put a piece of tape right under the score line there. And you can hit pause so I don't get too far ahead of you. And we'll press that down. These two flaps I'm going to corner round just a little bit in the corners. And C, let's cut our pocket. Okay, I'll fold that. All right, so also D. For our insert, I am going to round the corners. I think that's going to look nice. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this one I'm going to give a medium rounding to. I will show you what the insert looks like in just a few minutes, because there's only one flap you can put down before you put down your decorative paper. So you will see what that looks like, and you can decide if you want a small round or medium. I chose the medium. So the only flap I can really put down right now is A, and it makes a difference. A is a little longer. I'm going to turn this upside down. This is going to be at the top. A is a little longer because B needs to fit under it. So we can put down A. And I'm going to put that in the middle here. So it looks to me like there's about a 1/2 inch on each side. You can either measure or just eyeball it, which I'm doing, and I can see that this looks even. It's right in the middle. And I'm going to come down to the edge using my thumbs as a guide, and I can feel the end of this pocket page, and then I can just press it down. Okay. This was our, on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this goes, and then you'll see. Super quick, like I said. So you're going to have to decorate first. But what's going to happen is you want to put your paper down here first, and then take this B flap and just put the top close to this score line under here. You don't ever want to touch it. You just leave a little bit of space so this can have room to go over. And when it looks good to you, that little bit of space, then you take the tape off of here after you've decorated and you place it down. Now there's not going to be any magnets. That's always what you have to think of. You have to think of where your magnet's going to go before you put this paper down. And I am going to have this B flap there and the A flap come on top of it. So the B flap will need one magnet up there, and there's going to be two on the A flap that are going to come down here. So what we're going to have to do is similar to the other page where you put your magnet ahead of time, and then when you go to place your paper, the magnet will help you guide it to where it's supposed to be. So let me just show you what I mean by that. Let's put one magnet at the top of this B flap, and I will show you. Then I'm going to take my other magnet. Okay, so I am going to place this right, I'm not pressing this down. I've got my magnet there with sticky on it, but I'm going to place it right under this A flap. It's lined up. Just a little bit is showing, and then I'm going to press that down. Okay, and so now you decorate this page, and then after it's decorated, you let the magnet catch right there, and then peel off this tape and it'll stick right down. Super easy. Once that's done, it'll be about here. You'll take your pocket. The pocket goes right underneath here, and you leave a little bit of space so this flap can go over the pocket. And that is it. That's it. So this insert, I'll just show you, is going to fit in here, in this pocket. And there's plenty of room here. So let me show you how I decorated it. I'm gonna put this here for right now. I will put this here. Okay, and I will show you what I did with that. Okay, so this page, this spread is our yellow spread. I chose the yellow with the butterflies, and there's fairies here. There's some bubbles, so if you want, you can glossy accent that. You might want to glossy accent the paper first, let it dry, and then put it on. Just a thought there. If you want, you could also take an ephemera card. Let's see what I have to show you. Just an ephemera card, you could put it there, you know, not necessarily this one. This is just what I have available. But if you wanted to, you could put something here. And then you lift up. Lots of room here for a few pictures, and here also. And then you've got your pocket underneath. So what I did with this insert right here is you have a sticker sheet. You have a couple of sticker sheets. Well, actually, you're going to have 4 sticker sheets because there's 2 packs of paper and each pack comes with 2 sticker sheets. So one of them has this square type sticker. I stuck it on some black paper that I have as a scrap and just went and cut that same shape in the corner and stuck it there and did the same thing on the other side. So you can do that. You can put you know, a piece of chipboard. Maybe you have something from another collection with a butterfly you could put there, but this makes a nice pull. Just make sure that when you do it, you put this low enough that this has room right here. This little booklet, we made a booklet in the previous, I think it was the 3rd page. We made a booklet there, so watch how I did that. Basically, you take one of your small ephemera cards, put it here, put a little pencil mark where you're gonna make a score line, you fold that over and cut what's left over there, and you have a little booklet. So that's awfully cute to just put in there. So that is it. Easy peasy. It's nice looking. I chose the yellow paper over here that has the words, you know, wish, dream, and all that right there. And that is it. So now we're going to move on to page 5. So we'll do that right now. So for page 5, you are going to need another pocket page. So I'm going to label this 5 and then 6. And we'll do page 6 in the next video. So page 5, real easy. There's just 3 cuts you need to do. A is 7.5 by 5.5. B is 7.5 by 4.5. C is 8 5/8 by 4 1/4. So 8 5/8 is 2 lines more than 8.5. All right, so we have this. Bring back the scorer. So let's take flap A. And that's a top flap. We're going to score 1/2 inch with the 5.5 inch side facing the top. B is the bottom flap, so we're going to have the 4.5 inch side facing the top. C is our pocket, so we'll have we'll start with the open side at the top. Okay, now tape. Right. And A. So this one's pretty easy as well. But with all these pockets, you can make a lot of booklets, photo mats, and you will be able to have a lot of pictures in this album and still have the pretty paper to look at. That's what I was thinking about. And there's lots of room for creativity when you're talking about fairies. Sprinkle some glitter, have some fairy dust in here. Okay. Turn out. our page 5 right here. Okay. Oops. So let's take flap A. See which one is that. Okay, and we're gonna put this at the top. So I'm turning this upside down. I've got my 5 over here. And let's see, for this, I am going to corner around these, definitely. I usually corner around. I'm gonna use a medium one. It's up to you if you wanna use a small or medium. So I'm gonna put this down first, this top part that's not sticky, so I can move it around. And I'm gonna have a little bit of space to the left and right, which is fine because we wanna be able to open and close the book and not have this flap catch on anything. All right. And corner around this other flap, same thing. So I'm gonna put a weight here just so I can see this. Before I take off the tape backing, I just want to look and make sure that I have enough room. And I have a bit too much, so I am just gonna cut a little bit off of there. I wonder why that happened. I don't know. I thought I measured this before. Hold on one second. Let me just double check. Make sure I have the right pocket page. Maybe I picked up the wrong one. Let's see. Oh, it's the right one. Okay. Well, that happened. So it's good to know for you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this down at the edge and put a little pencil mark where I want to cut it so that it comes where I have a little bit of space. There. I'm going to cut a little bit off. This happens sometimes. Just a little bit off, and then I'm going to corner around again. Okay, so now I know it fits. I can take off my backing, weight this down, tuck that under, and just put that right there. It's lined up. I've got the same amount of space on both sides. I'm just gonna let it go. All right. Then we just put our pocket underneath here. So let me put this here and make sure it fits. If I put that there, this goes over that. Yes, that fits. So I'm going to take off the bottom tape backing. I'm going to make sure my light isn't giving me a shadow, and you just want to have a little bit of space before this fold, before that score line right there. And then this goes over top and it covers that. Looks good. Okay, now for magnets, I am going to have one of our little ephemera cards here, and that is going to have a magnet on it too. So before you decorate this paper, we're gonna have to put a magnet there and under here. So let me just show you that real quick. First, we'll do the magnets that we know we have to do anyway. We put 2 on this A flap. One over here. Okay, that one needs a plus. Right, positive. Okay. All right, so this is going to land right here. Our pocket is going to, once you put the paper down here, you'll peel off the backing over here and that will lay down. But this flap, we're gonna put 2 magnets that are gonna land on the pocket. So I wanna come down a little bit so it doesn't get too close to the edge of the pocket. So what we'll do, normally I have the magnet right around here. I'm just going to scooch it a little bit lower than normal. Put it right around there. Might as well use this one. It was an extra piece. Now we'll put, whoop, come on. I'm gonna hold that down, bring that over and press that down. Now these aren't too close to the top and it won't make a little bubble. That's gonna go there, that's gonna go there. So we need to take a ephemera card and cut a piece around it. So let's see, just take any ephemera card and pick a scrap piece, a small scrap piece. Let's see what I have here. That works. Okay, so you just take a scrap piece and I'm gonna put it there, lay it. It has a little bit of an edge around and I'm just gonna cut the edge off. Like that. And for this, you'll want to make a small corner around each corner because your ephemera card has a small rounded edge. So I'm going to show you right now how to decorate, but basically I'm just going to pick this as an example. and you place it where you're gonna want it. You take a little pencil mark, and underneath where you want it, you put a little pencil mark right under where it comes on this top flap. So this pencil line right here is where I'm gonna tape from here up. From there up is gonna have score tape on it. And after I'm done decorating, I put this there, right where my score tape is. It's gonna be right like that. And then I will have put a magnet there, and it will land over on this flap. So do that before you put your decorative paper on this flap. You want to put your magnet there. So you decorate that first, then do this, and then put your magnet, and then decorate this flap. Okay, so now I'm going to show you which papers I chose, which you just saw a few minutes ago, but I'm going to bring it out again. So this paper, I used the yellow, the same that was over on this mat with the words and the fairies on it. It's yellow with white words on it. I put on the top and bottom. And then I chose this ephemera card. It's got the fairy sitting on these yellow flowers, and I thought that matched. So that lifts up. Under here, you have, I just decorated under there, the little piece of black that was sticking out. If you want, you can take another card. You can mat another card onto black and put it right here, like that. So you can do, I just left this open so you can decide what you'd like. If you just want to put a strip of the decorative paper that's on the same flap, you can do that, or you can put another ephemera card and try maybe the reverse side. The reverse side of these ephemera cards has lines where you can journal. So that is up to you. I used the yellow, it's got yellow flowers. This has the same as the top flap, and underneath has the yellow flowers. So on this, for the background, I chose, it's got blue and yellow, so I brought in the blue with the blue polka dot right here. If you want, you can cut out, if you want to fussy cut one of the fairies on a scrap piece of paper at the end, you see what's left over, you can fussy cut a fairy and put her here, or stickers. That's up to you. I left that blank so you can decide what you want to do. For the insert, I used an ephemera card and just brought the same blue underneath. So you can put a picture here and leave that open and put pictures in the back. I use the same paper back there. And this is a booklet with the reverse side of one of the bigger ephemera cards. And you make that the same way as you did with the little one. It's got the blue in there. And that is it. It's really pretty and easy. And this mat, I chose the same as the paper over here. So this page, since it's in the middle of the book, I want it to tie in together. So now we are halfway through the next video. We are on to page 6 already. Hope you're having fun, and I'll see you in a few minutes.